Oh boy, how are you guys doing? It is TVB, and this is the July 2024 Skizzo Rambling. I hope everyone had a very lovely and safe June, and I'm kind of dumbfounded that that we're basically like halfway through the year at this point. You know, today being July 1st, it's like 6 months down, 6 months to go. Oh, we're halfway there, oh, living on a prayer. It's like, I am very curious as to like how many like super corny like parodies of that song are there. Like one of my guys messaged me earlier today sending me like this one where it's like, oh, we're halfway there, oh, Squidward on a chair. It's like, oh, what a classic. Or lemon on a pear, or I guess like wolves versus bears, I guess you could say that. I just came up with that one today. But anyways, this being July, it's like my plans for the rest of summer at this point are just work as much as I can, and I am this coming week, because I'm off work on the 4th of July, I'm going up to Connecticut to visit my sister again. She and her boyfriend Ryan have a place up there, so I'm gonna bring my video camera with me, and we're gonna see if we can hit the Peabody Museum or someplace like that. And we'll see like how things play out, I guess, with this coming week, and like, you know, with work and everything. Like I'm recording this video right now. It's 11:22, and it's funny. I was wanting to record this video sooner, but like, I went to the gym after work today, and I got home, I showered, and I kind of just spent the rest of the afternoon just like dozing off. Like I kind of just took a power nap. That sounds very strange because I'm up early for work again tomorrow. So I don't want this schedule rambling go on for super long, but I feel like there's some things I wanted to elaborate more on last time that I didn't, that I should this time. Like I mentioned last time that I stopped DoorDashing. I made the decision to quit DoorDash like back in May, because like I was only really DoorDashing this year just like on my days off from Dogtopia, and this past April I was basically started being there like 6 to 7 days a week, because we've been having like some challenges like management and staffing lately, so I kind of just been taking as many extra shifts there as I can. And I got really honest with myself. It's like I don't really need a secondary source of income that much in the moment. And like, I mentioned last time, like, putting like how like DoorDash, like you're on your own for maintenance and like wear and tear on your vehicle and stuff like that. I was doing it for like basically a year and a half, so I was putting a lot of miles in my Subaru. But putting that aside, it's like I came to the realization that like the time I spent DoorDashing was time that I was like taking away from like my other goals that I have. Like I as you all probably know, like I'm really determined to be a zookeeper. I've been an aspiring like zookeeper, or even like having a career in a zoo field like for as long as I can remember. And it's crazy, like it's been basically almost an entire year since my internship at the Utica Zoo ended, and I moved back here to New Jersey. And I'm really excited. I have another job interview for a zoo this coming Monday, the 8th. So fingers crossed that goes well. Like we'll see how things play out, I suppose. It's like I'm still really determined to make my way to the zoo field, as well as like I've been discussing it like I want to start doing book reviews on my YouTube channel. I started doing, I did my last round review for Daily React TV's birthday, and Daily also suggested that I should, because he's going through the 2003 TMNT series right now, and he's like saying, oh, dude, you gotta watch 2012 series. It's like, yeah, I was thinking, not this skizzo rambling, obviously, but like I'm gonna start watching a 2012 show this July, watch as much of it as I can, and like give like maybe my season 1 review as part of excuse me, as part of the August 2024 skizzo rambling, perhaps, as well as review the Danny Phantom graphic novel, Danny Phantom: A Glitch in Time, because I've been wanting to do more graphic novel reviews on this channel, and also a little bit of a spoiler warning for our like little Danny Phantom fan project on his production channel. I voice Vlad in that, and in this thing we got going on his channel, and so that's for what I've told you guys before. I'm gonna be voicing a character, and that I already gave him the lines and everything. That's my character, and I really wanted to pay my respects to his voice actor who passed away recently. Vlad's voice actor, may he rest in peace. Man, Nickelodeon, it's crazy when like you grow up like with these icons, like these voice actors and these like animators who pass away. It's like, oh, thanks for making everything so special for me growing up. Say rest in peace, legend. Anyway, well, yeah, stay tuned for that, and as well as like other things coming up, like one thing I want to get back to doing more on this channel, because like way back, like when I started making YouTube videos, like in 2013, like one of the main focuses I wanted to have on this channel was just me doing like things are just complete. Excuse me. Take a shot every time I yawn in this video, haha. But yeah, I back then I really just wanted to make YouTube videos of me doing completely random, unspecified, silly nonsense. Again, like scroll through my channel all throughout the years of like me just running around my house like a maniac. Yeah, I kind of want to bring the channel back to its like roots a little bit by doing more videos of that like super silly sort of nature. Like that's why I did my video. It's like my Yeti has a name and his name is Jeff. Like I think I made that video back in like May, as well as like other very silly random videos of me just like doing stupid things with like my stuffed animals. And this past June I also I saw Gotti in San Francisco. I remember being really excited to talk about talking about that in my last skizzo rambling. Yeah, that was seeing Gotti in San Francisco. Like I made 4 videos when I was with him. Oh man, that was a great trip. Like I think that was the highlight of my year so far, was seeing Gotti in San Francisco. That, like, my mom and I going to Paris back in March, that was great too. I feel like, traveling the times I've had this year so far, and as well as going back to the gym, those are my favorite parts of my 2024 so far. I decided to hit the gym again this year, and I think it's been really great for me because, because exercise is just so important for you, both for your physical health and your mental health. And like, I'm not obsessed with like getting super packed in muscle, but like, if you follow me on Instagram, you might have noticed like my stories of me like lifting weights and stuff like that. And yeah, I'm really determined to just like push myself at the gym more this summer, and I just like want to look my best by the time September rolls around. And that's not a bad goal to shoot for. Like I see a personal trainer there like once a week as well. That's been really good for me, and it's like all the employees are super nice, and they do this like this class every Saturday called boot camp at the one that I go to, where like everyone gets together like in the aerobics room and like does cardio and stuff, and it's a good time. It's a good exercise and it's a good time. So yeah, we'll see how the rest of the year plays out. I guess it's like it's funny because I often ask myself like, what were like the best times of my life. I've been thinking about like the past 2.5 years of me being like having graduated from CSU and like just moving on my life, leaving, especially because this coming, the 20th, that's gonna be my anniversary of leaving my old job at Dogtopia, the one in Fort Collins. And, and then the day after that, I packed up my stuff and I, said my farewells, and, the 22nd was when I moved out of Max's house, and I've been, chasing, my dreams ever since. It's just crazy to think that's been almost 2 years since I left Fort Collins. That's crazy. And, I can gladly say that, the past 2.5 years that I've been graduated from CSU, I have been the best 2.5 years of my life. And just leaving Fort Collins last year was it's like I was mentioning earlier, I quit door dashing this year because I wanted to spend more time, not just reading more books to review them for my YouTube channel, but also want to work on my own writing as well. And on top of that, looking at zoo jobs, and eventually leaving the dog daycare field for a zoo job. So fingers crossed my interview goes well next week. But with DoorDash, it's I didn't get sick of door dashing. I stopped door dashing because it's hey, leaving Fort Collins. I mean, Fort Collins is a very lovely neighborhood, and it was my college town, and I lived there for 5 years, not including my semester off before COVID, of course. But part of loving something is knowing when to let it go. And if I had stayed in Fort Collins, and if I never left for the zoo internships, I would have been wasting my potential, because unfortunately, career-wise, stuff that I studied, there's just nothing to really do there. Just how I didn't get a bachelor's degree to just DoorDash for the rest of my life. Again, the secondary source of income was nice, but I don't need the extra money that much at the moment. I'm just trying to be a lot more mindful of my spending lately. I love getting out of the house and checking out bars and restaurants and stores and just meandering and just get some fresh air, so to speak. I don't, what I'm trying nowadays, I'm trying not to, stop doing those things altogether, obviously. Just, get used to, start doing them just a little less. Just a little less. That's all. If you guys know what I'm saying. And, yeah, oh boy. My nose is itchy. And for the record, I'm not, I have considered going back to Fort Collins eventually for a master's degree in zoo aquarium and animal shelter management, but like I said, if I can avoid going back to school, I think I will, because not only is it too expensive, it's also like I said, I don't miss being a student, and I feel if I can't avoid doing that, I will. But then again, a master's degree would look really nice for my career, and it would not be it's a very honorable goal to have, in my opinion at least. And again, I'm not totally done with door dashing forever. It's I just, as of now, it's just I don't need to do it for the time being. Again, I'm purely thinking out loud on this. I'm not banking on this happening anytime soon, but God forbid, I lose my current job at Dogtopia, or if they start scheduling me there only 3 to 4 days a week, and if I gotta do something to make the extra bread on my days off, or because this coming interview that I have, I know that this position I'm being interviewed for is only gonna have me there 25 hours a week, so that's 3 days a week perhaps. If I move again for a zoo job, it's only part-time that, 2, 3, maybe 4 days a week. And if I can't find a decent second job in whatever neighborhood I'm gonna be living in hypothetically, and if I gotta do something to make the extra bread my days off, then I'll go back to DoorDash, because I got new brakes on my Subaru back in April, and my car's still in really great condition, so if I'm ever in the position where I have to go back to DoorDash again, which again, I'm going to avoid going back to DoorDash for as long as I can, but if I had to go back to it for whatever reason, I wouldn't dread it either by any means. Again, it's just part of loving something is to want to let it go, and I had to just let it go at the moment. But like, it's like a back pocket option, I guess, later down the road. And, you know, we'll see. Well, it is interesting seeing how well these like skizzo ramblings age over time, because, you know, the past like soon to be year I've been done with the Utica Zoo. It's like I do miss being at a zoo. I mean, I'm not entirely sure, like, the past, like, 11 months I've been back home in New Jersey, like, would I rank this higher, like, as the times of my life I look back the most fondly on? Like, would I rank this higher than, like, my internships at Colorado Springs and Nebraska and Utica last summer? Would I rank it a peg higher, a peg lower, or somewhere on the same level? I'm still not, like, entirely sure on that. But I will say this, though, I definitely look back more fondly on the past 11 months that I've been home in New Jersey than my last 7 months when I was living in Fort Collins, and like that 4-month like time frame that I had in between, like leaving Nebraska and like leaving Colorado for the Utica Zoo internship. And again, I do look back fondly on those times as well. It's just back, you know, the first 7 months of, like, you know, me being done with college, like, you know, right, that time I had between graduating from CSU and, like, leaving Fort Collins for the zoo internships. It's like, you know, looking back 2 years ago, I was just, like, you know, just trying to make a name for myself, and it's like, back then, I've learned so much from myself, you know, through, like, those zoo internships, especially after interning in Nebraska. Like, oh man, that internship, especially, like, at the RDC for 12 weeks made me a whole new breed. And I've said that before in, like, other videos, like, yeah, that was a crazy time in my life, like, you know, that 5-month time frame I had between, like, you know, starting at the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo and then, like, ending in Nebraska. Like, that fall was crazy. And yeah, I definitely look back more fondly on the past, like, 11 months I've been at home than, you know, after I left Nebraska. Because, like, February of last year, 2023, I had no idea my plans in Oregon, like, last March would fall through the way they did. Which is why I took my YouTube hiatus, and it's like, yeah, I'm very glad I'm back to making YouTube videos again. I'm very glad that, you know, after, you know, my plans in Oregon fell through last year, like, I managed to find new plans in Utica, which is what brought me all the way back out east, and thus, like, you know, after the program ended, here I am, like, you know, I'm back at my dad's place, and reconnected with him, my sister, and, like, all my old friends from, like, middle school and high school, so yeah, that's been really good. And again, I knew my original game plan for this year was to move after the Green Day concert that I'll be going to this coming August 3rd, but, like, like, at this point, though, if I moved back to Colorado now, it's like, unless I get hired at the Denver Zoo, or a downtown aquarium, or, like, the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo, or the Pueblo Zoo, like, what am I really going back for at this point, aside from, like, my mom and my uncle and, you know, their place, and, you know, my friends from CSU. Like, you know, I'm just really just taking things, like, one day at a time at this point. Like, my friend Lucas from Scout Camp taught me that phrase. It's, you know, just, I'm getting there. I'm really determined to just get there. And, like, this year, like, regardless of whether I, like, you know, leave Melbourne again for a zoo job, or, like, stay here for, like, my current job, or, you know, whatever else, I'm really determined to just be more, I guess, like, kind of myself this year. Like, one thing, because, again, this is why I look back more fondly on the past, like, soon to be a year than I do on, like, 2 years ago before, like, I left Fort Collins, because I have a much better sense of, like, self-awareness, I guess, over, like, things that anger me on a daily basis. And, like, I'm trying to practice this, like, if it's too mean to say it to someone else, right, like, don't say it to yourself either, because I am definitely a symptom of the phrase being my own worst critic. And I touched base on that, like, on my video I did talking about Sesame Street that I did back in May. How, like, I'm really not very kind to myself. Like, I have a very cruel in her voice, and I have a hard time letting go of the past as well, like past bad memories from over the years. And it's something I try to fix every day. And yeah, like I said, the gym has definitely helped. It's helped with me making improvements on that. And it's, again, if it's like I tell myself really mean things for a day that nobody else does, so it's like, again, if it's, I would never want to say it to someone else, so I should stop saying it myself either. Because yeah, I'm not exactly at where I want to be at in life at the moment, but like I really like I count your blessings. Like I'm very blessed to be where I'm at currently. So it's like, hey, I don't need to be mean to anybody. Like I don't need to insult you. I don't need to yell at you or make fun of you. I don't need to judge you. I need to throw you under the bus or, you know, do any of that mean stuff. It's just not necessary. Like I really don't. And yeah, other things like I'm gonna make a Would You Rather Wednesday poll about this. Like I've been determined this video is probably not gonna go up until July 2nd at this point. I meant to record this video a little earlier in my day than I should have. Like my apologies that I'll this coming skizzo rambling I'll determine to like record it earlier in the day. But anyways, so for this coming August, like, I'm gonna be seeing Green Day on August 5th with Rancid and Smashing Pumpkins, you know, for their whole Saviors tour. And I'm thinking about, like, maybe instead of doing the August Skizzo Rambling, like, on August 1st, I might postpone it until, like, the day or two after the Green Day concert that I'll be attending. So I can include, like, you know, the little bits and pieces. Like, I'll bring my cell phone, not my full camera. Obviously, last time I took my camera to a Green Day concert, got my friend Casey and I shoot out of the venue. Which, oh man, that was a crazy story. But yeah, I won't film the whole concert, obviously. I'll just film, like, a few bits and pieces of particular songs, like, from the various, like, segments of the band, and then, like, make it, and just like talk about a concert. And either the August Skizzo Rambling, like if you guys really want me to be strict on like recording these Skizzo Ramblings on the first day of every month, like I will. But if you guys are okay with waiting like a little less than a week, I can make the August Skizzo Rambling just of me like talking about like the Green Day concert and showcasing you guys the concert footage. If not though, that's fine. Like I can just, you know, make the August 1st Skizzo Rambling just like me talking about whatever, and then wait until September 1st, you know, to talk about the Green Day concert. Like either or sounds good to me. And you know, the rest of the year, like we still got 6 months to go. We'll see how things play out. I mean, I have a solid feeling that something good is gonna happen this fall. I just can't really, like, pinpoint what it is. Like, and whether regardless of, like, what happens, like, whatever direction, like, life is gonna take us in, I have a good feeling about it. Like, another thing, you know, something I've kind of touched base on this year, like, I reluctantly remade my Hinge profile yesterday. You know, give a dating app another shot, because I was on Bumble and Hinge for a while last year, but I decided to get rid of like both those dating apps back in November. I guess I came to the conclusion that it was time I just like, you know, forgot about dating apps for a while and just like really improve and just like work on myself and just be better. Like I said, you know, I've been going to the gym again and taking a lot of extra shifts at Dogtopia, and I quit door dashing like fairly recently so I can, you know, spend more time looking at big boy jobs at zoos and, you know, doing more creative and artsy things, you know, both my YouTube channel and, you know, my personal writing and stuff like that. And I figured, you know, we're halfway through the year at this point. I really just hope that the second half of the year is more exciting than the first half. Like I said, as of now, like, I said this in my last Skizzo Rambling, I'll say it again here, like, the high points in 2022 and 2023 have been higher than 24's high points so far, but at the same time, as of now, 24's lows have not been as low as 22 or 23's lows. Like, yeah, has it been, I've had interviews for zoo jobs this year and they've chosen other candidates, which that's been definitely disappointing. But aside from that, like, things have really not been going wrong for me this year, so I can't complain. Like, hey, we got so much to look forward to. Like, hell, tomorrow's Discount Tuesday, July 2nd, and, Quiet Place Day 1 is finally here, so I'm really excited to see that movie and review it for you guys tomorrow night. And like other things, might as well. I just decided to give Hinge another chance because hey, you never know. I could meet like a new special someone this year. Just gotta. And the thing is with the Hinge is that like it only lets you like 12 people, like 12 or 13, maybe 20 people on a daily basis. Not like Bumble or Tinder where it lets you like 30 to 50 people on a daily basis. So like even if I wanted to just like sit my butt swiping around all day on Hinge, like it wouldn't let me to unless I wanted to pay extra money for it. So I know it's not gonna like be super distracting to me. But that's the thing. Like this is why like I never play phone games. Like, I played the hell out of so many phone games like when I was in middle school. But like as I got older, like in end of high school, like in college, like I was like, nope, I'm done playing like apps on my phone. They're way too distracting. And I feel like dating apps kind of became like that to me. And since I got rid of dating apps, I've noticed myself like playing with like Spotify a lot more because I make way too many playlists on Spotify, as I'm sure most of you know because I've talked about that in other videos. Like I make a lot of like playlists, on Spotify. It helps me keep my mind stimulated, especially since I got rid of dating apps. And I really just wanted to see Spotify make a dating app that matches you with people of your music taste. That would be so cool. Because it's a huge green flag to me when like a girl I'm seeing is like, listens to like, rock and roll and like metal and alternative and punk and stuff like that as much as I do. But, yeah. Like, I think that's gonna do it for this video. Yeah, if there's, I need to like, I want to keep these videos very unscripted. But I should start making at least a little bullet list of bullet points because I feel like there's something I knew I wanted to like discuss in this video but forgot to do so. That happens like every time I make one of these kind of skizzo rambling videos, so I'll just like write it down next time. Anyways, yeah, you guys are the best. I'm wishing everyone a very like safe and fun and healthy July. And yeah, have a good night. Stay beastly.